Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. So in this video I'm going to give you guys a step-by-step highlight and contour, because you know, I guess a lot of people don't really grasp it, or I feel like they have a difficult time finding the right color for their skin tones or their skin's undertone. So in this video I try to give the best advice I can do, or what I feel like you should do, because this is how I learned how to highlight and contour myself. And on this side of my face I did a palette. I did bronzer too, that's why it's so warm. I did a palette, and on this side I did single concealers, and this side is the LA Girl side, and this is my Anastasia Beverly Hills side. Now it's not a high-end dupe or kind of thing side, because I did not find dupes. I did not try to find the exact same color. I just tried to show you guys what works for me and my skin tone, and how I do things, how I apply the product, how I blend it out, how much product I use. Now you don't have to use what I did. You don't have to use the product I use, but these are just products that I had on hand for good reference, because I know a lot of people use the LA Girl Pro Concealer. I know a lot of people who do use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour palette, because that is one of the most popular cream contour palettes that there are. So that's why I use those two. Hopefully you guys find this video helpful. Hopefully I gave enough insight. Hopefully I didn't talk your guys' damn ears off, because I wasn't trying to. And I changed my background for finally. I know you guys are tired of that white. I know I did. So I was trying to switch it up. Do some little sparklies. I don't know if you can see the sparkles, but the sparkles. But hopefully you guys find this video helpful. And if you do, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up. And let me know what you want to see in my next video. So let's start this G thing. Yeah, go now. Okay guys, so I'm about to teach you guys how to highlight and contour. So on one side of my face, which this side I will use my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and I'll let you know the pros and the cons to that. And on this side I will be using LA Girl Pro concealers to highlight and contour, and I will tell you the pros and cons to that as well. So we're gonna start off with this side, and this is my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and this is in the shade medium. Now one good thing about contour kits, especially one like this one, is that it comes with color options, so you get to like mix and match. And so I'm gonna let you know the color. This is warm coral, this is banana, this is cream, this is cinnamon, chocolate, and ash brown. Now the key to figuring out what color, especially in a palette like this, will work for you is identifying your undertone. So if you're more pink, you could take, you know, the cream color and kind of mix it with the coral, just so it's more pink, because this one is the best neutral for if you're in between. If you are more yellow and a little bit on the lighter side of the melanin spectrum, or a little bit lighter than I am, or just want something brighter, you can mix the cream in with the banana. Or if you are still on the more golden side, you could just use the cream itself. Because this right here, it might not look like it, but once you put it on, it's the perfect mix of the red and the yellow. But if you are very pink, you're gonna be able to see too much yellow. If you're very yellow, you're gonna see too much pink. So I say you're able to mix and match. Now with the contours, it gives you options. Like if you want something more warm, you can do cinnamon. If you are a little bit deeper in skin tone than I, and you still use the medium, you can use the ash brown, which is going to give you more of a traditional ashy looking contour, which how they're supposed to be. I personally go for this one because I prefer a more warmer look. And then if you want something in between, you can go for the middle, which is chocolate. Now for under eye, I'm going to use this flat paddle brush, and this flat paddle brush from BH Cosmetics in their 7-piece eye essential kit. It's one of my favorite kits. If you have not tried it, I suggest you do. And I'm going to take cream actually, and just to let you guys know, if you are new to highlight and contouring, I do not suggest this palette, only because it is very, very, very thick. If you're used to MAC products and you have one of the little pots of concealer, like the Studio Finish concealer, and how thick and consistency those are, that will be a good comparison to it. So if you're not used to it, it's very thick and it it's kind of a hassle to blend out if you're not used to it. So I personally do not recommend it. But if you are kind of used to highlighting and contouring by now, but you know you need to brush up, then I say get it because it has a nice range color options. So I have some product on my brush. I do not have a lot because you do not need a lot. I don't know why people put concealer all the way right there. You don't need that much. And key is, do not put it directly under your eye. Put it a little bit right there where I'm starting here. Kind of just slightly swipe down. And then whatever little product you have left, and then go a little along that, and then just kind of fill that in. That's basically all you're doing. That's what you're doing. That's all. You don't need to go all the way down your face. You don't need to go that. You don't need to go directly under your eye, because when you blend things out, they will spread. And especially with this palette, because it is so rich in pigment, a little goes a long way. And for the other side, I will be using Pure Beige from LA Girl Pro Concealer, and you're gonna be able to kind of tell the difference. I couldn't find like a perfect match because this is such an interesting color that it would be hard to, but this one's gonna be a lot warmer. I'm just gonna let you guys know that now, so you can't say anything if they're different. And with these ones, you're gonna do the same thing, but these are a little bit of a runnier consistency than this. So you're gonna kind of spread it down right there. And whatever little product, do not squeeze anything else out. Use whatever little product it gives you. And then if you feel like you don't have enough, squeeze a tiny bit more. And then just wipe away. And you don't need a thick layer. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but you can still see my foundation under it, like it's streaky. That's how you need it to be. Please do not cover your whole face in a thick layer of concealer. Don't do it. Start off light and then build your way up. Now for contouring part, because I prefer a warmer contour, which is me personally, I'm going to go in with chocolate, and you can really tell it is the warmest color of the whole palette. Now if you don't like that warm contour, I suggest, but you think, and you have this palette except in the same color I have, I suggest don't do ash brown. Do that one as a perfect medium mix. But if you do have this palette and you are a different color, the setup will be the same, I believe. I've looked at some of them. My friend, she has, I think, either the light one or the fair one, and it's somewhat the same, just the colors are a lot lighter. So you're gonna take your brush, go like that, and I'm gonna pull my hair back, and you basically go behind the ear, under your cheek, so feel where your cheekbone is, go under the cheekbone, and kind of just stop right there in the middle of your cheekbone. Because when you spread it, it's gonna spread out this way. So if you go too far out, it's gonna get too close to your mouth. See? And then if you go too far in, it's not gonna spread out enough. Just gonna do a little bit more product because I didn't get enough of it. Now, if you do not do a kit like I did and you do singles like this, the key is to finding singles is finding your skin tone. Well, your skin is undertone. So if you're pink, go with something more pink. If you are gold, go somewhere gold. And if you're neutral, that's when it's up to you to figure out which is more dominant, that pink or that gold. But if you're a perfect mix, they have stuff like that. It's just, some of it is kind of difficult to find. Well, in my perspective, it is. Because a lot of times in the tubes of stuff like this, a lot of them look the same. Like, this is natural and this is warm sand. Like, you could tell that they're pink. This one's a little darker, but you're not gonna know how pink it is on your skin tone. These ones, you know, one of them might be a little more pink than the other. So the key is to, especially if you're new to highlighting and contour, always try to go in a shade group under you. So when I buy things, I buy medium. So when I first started highlighting contouring, I bought the L'Oreal True Match Concealer, and I got W45, which is light medium. It's a little bit lighter than I am, but it's not too light to where I'm gonna look like, I'm like, oh my god, what is this? I'm not used to this. Now this is more of a natural highlight. I'm actually going to put a little bit of Pure Beige on top, no, Creamy Beige on top, just so it's a little light like this one. still not light enough, but it's fine. It's fine. And when you're contouring, especially with singles like this, if you are my skin tone, the darkest tone that LA girl has is dark cocoa. Do not reach for dark cocoa because dark cocoa will be really dark, very dark. Try to go look at all the darker colors that they have in, well, if you're my skin tone. If you're deeper than me, then dark cocoa or espresso might work. Look at things like Toast. Toast would be the lightest one, but it'll be more of a subtle highlight. And then if that don't work, try Beautiful Bronze. Beautiful Bronze might be the perfect one if you're my skin tone or a little darker. If you're a little lighter, I suggest, or if you're lighter than I am or a little lighter or on the lighter side, I suggest Toffee, or is it Toast? I suggest Toast. Yes, I believe it's Toast. Yes, it's Toast. And then a little bit lighter than that is, I think, Toffee. And then another good one is Chestnut. But for the sake of this video, I will be using Beautiful Bronze to contour. And with this one, I'm going to do the same thing. I pulled my little curl that I always have hanging down back. Go behind the ear. And you're going to drag the product down, kind of halfway down your face. And with these, I like to push them up a little bit. Just so it kind of mimics how this one is. And kind of get it into my hairline. And that's how I do that. Now, I blend out the contour and the highlight really differently. So for the highlight, I like to use sponges. These are the Real Technique sponges. You can use any type of sponge you like. But I prefer one of these or my beauty blender. It always depends on what I have on my hand. So I'm actually going to take it. I'm going to blend both my highlights out so you can see the difference of color. Because this one's a little more pink. This one's more warm and a little natural looking. So you guys will be able to see the difference. So okay, I have both sides blended out. I got a little bit of contour in that. That's why I made that face, but I was able to fix it. So as you can see, this one is a lot lighter and more pink than this one is. This one's a more natural highlight, and it all depends on what you want. Some people like a more highlight looking highlight, some people like a natural. For everyday purpose, I would not do this. I feel like this is too much. Like if I was doing like heavy beat where I'm gonna have a lot of flashing lights, I would personally go with this. If I want something more natural, I would go with this. That's why I say go 1 to 2 shades lighter. Because when I use LA Girl Pro Concealer, the one I use for like my face is, I think, is True Beige, I think. Yeah, it's True Beige when I use my face. And to highlight, I use Pure Beige and Creamy Beige. Still in the beige family, but they are lighter. Now with this one, the highlight, they don't give you a nice medium if you want a natural highlight. They give you a full beat highlight, and that's the only downfall in that kit. If they expanded it and made it like 6 shades and gave you maybe a lighter contour shade, like if you wanted a softer contour than this, and then a more of a natural highlight color, that palette would be probably so A1, it's ridiculous. But this is not bad. It's just, it's light. I feel like if I had on more of a full face of makeup, it would look better. But you can tell the highlights different. Like this is more natural looking, and this is more full beat. But you know, letting you guys know what they like and what they don't like. Now for contour, I like to use a Stacey brush. Sorry, I had to redo the video. That's why they're dirty. This one is from Morphe, and the other one I'm using from Elf. They're both great. The only thing that's better is the bristles on this one's a little softer, but I prefer Stacey brushes when I blend out my contour. I don't know why. I used to use sponges didn't work for me. I used to use my foundation brush. That was cool. I've noticed this works a lot better in my perspective, so you can give it a try. I'm not saying, oh, that's the best way. That's just personally what I like to do. Some people have a certain brush for it. You have to like dabble with things to figure out what you like. But when I do contour, I use circular motions and small like buffing ones, like, you know, when you're trying to like scrub something and get it clean. That's how I kind of do it. and I kind of go up and down, but I don't go down too far to where it reaches my mouth. You'll see. And shit, what was I about to say? Damn, I talk so much. Yeah, I'll just show you guys. And I squeeze my mouth like this, kind of, so you can really get it. And when you contour, make sure you blend into your hairline too. Now this, when I contour, I kind of contour heavily because I don't contour my forehead because my forehead is not enough space. I have a very small forehead, and so I kind of make up for it and like kind of make sure that's all nice and bronzed. But if it is too much going on, I take my foundation brush and I kind of like blend these together so it's a lot lighter, so it's not too much contour going on. And I'm gonna do the other side. Okay, so now that we have contour, you can tell this is a little warmer than this one. This is a little more cool tone. This is how usually people do their contour, is more cool tone. But you know, you can always switch it up. Now, after I contour, I personally set my contour with bronzers or other powder contours or whatever. So for my Anastasia side, of course, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit, and this is Tan to Deep. I'm going to use the middle color right there because I feel like it flatters or matches my contour better. And I'm going to use an angled brush from Morphe. You can use any angled brush. I personally like to use this blush brush from Real Techniques because it's tapered and I feel like it gets into like that divot better, but I only have one of them, so it wouldn't look right. So contour. And I use circular motions for this too. And then for my other one, I'm going to use my contour palette from Black Radiance, and it's the light to medium, and I'm going to use the contour color. Now you could set your highlight under eye with powder. I'm personally not going to do that in this video, only because that's a lot of extra work, and you know there's so many different powders you can use. But this is basically how I highlight and contour. I want to show you guys the differences, how I do things. Hopefully the video was helpful. I tried to make it as helpful as possible. So if you liked it, please give me a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe and watch my other videos. Thank you so much.